Chocolate cake makes my poor stomach ache, and all those pills are too much for me to take. I don't like cocaine cause it makes me all uptight, but coffee and reefer
I'm
makes
your host,
me feel
Casper
all right.
You are listening to the live
Crystal
broadcast of
meth
Time
will
for
make
Hemp
you high.
all around the world on timeforhemp.com, Tumblr, SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course on iHeart Radio. A big thank you to all of my friends up in Canada at KDK Distributors and Head Shop Canada for giving us a grant to keep us loud, proud, and strong. And I want to thank my audience members for sharing us with your friends. Today, spotlight on a new host here on the network, Steve Danks. He's got a show right after mine called Hemp Works. And Steve and I are going to be meeting and talking with a hardworking Canadian, Chris Keller. Chris, Steve, thank you for taking time for Hemp.
Hi. Well, I got into the alternative world of working with health problems. Ultimately, anything that's natural is going to be good for your body if it's what you need, if it's what's going to help with things like inflammation or different problems within your body. And of course, there are certain uses for hemp, and we all know that there are properties within natural products that can really help in different ways to help alleviate a health problem. So, of course, I don't deal in it or nothing like that, but there are certain ways that hemp can certainly help your body. Now, well, when you think of hemp, first people think of is smoking marijuana, which is certainly not a bad thing. But I go more deeper into working with hemp seed and hemp oils and different derivatives that can really add nutrition and detoxification for your body.
Yeah, here.
And when you get this information going, don't people get a little excited about it? I mean, that's kind of a lot there for a lot of people to consume at one time.
Well, it is, and of course, just like anything, the first time you say the word hemp to somebody, you think, well, I'm not going to light up a joint. But no, it's more, I help educate people on the benefits of the derivatives, the byproducts, the seed, the oils, everything that comes around with it. And then people start to wake up a little bit. Then they'll do a little bit of research on the internet about things, and they'll find that the products are bountiful. You can get these products anywhere. There's a Manitoba company that actually processes a lot of the hemp products that I use.
Wow.
That's a good company too, that Manitoba.
Manitoba Harvest, yes.
Yeah, man, good company.
People don't seem to realize how nutritious these foods are.
The benefits are really huge. One of the big benefits with hemp products is the omega-3 component. A lot of people will take an omega-3 supplement such as fish oil or something like that. But if you look at the amount of DHA, the amount of omega-3 within the hemp product, the only thing higher than hemp products is a nut called Sachi Inchi from Peru. So hemp is probably the most available, highest amount of omega-3 that you can get. So that helps in so many different ways. It helps with brain function. It helps with your skin. It helps with your joints. There's so many different good things that you can do to your body when you're taking these products. And then the quality is just unmatched because it's organic, number one. The processing is such a small amount of processing that needs to be done that it just keeps the product that pure.
I've been using hemp oil and hemp seed nuts since about 1998 in my diet, and then I based a range of hemp skincare products in 2000 on hemp oil, and they have been some of the finest toiletries and cosmetics on the market. Not because I say so, because my company, or the company that I founded, won some really major awards. And we even had a lady called Rita Reddick from the Body Shop who was so impressed. She came to visit us, and we showed her how to incorporate hemp seed into body care, and she made a fabulous range of hemp-based skincare products.
Yeah, that goes into your skin with when you're using a natural-based type of skincare product, even makeup. If you look at different types of makeup, the lipstick that stays on for 24 hours is full of lead. So of course you don't want to be putting those types of heavy metals within your body. So when you're using something that's organic based, of course it's not going to stay on for 24 hours, but you're not going to be putting crap into your body that you don't need. So when you stay organic, when you stay something that's natural, your body is just going to say thank you, and you're going to notice it within your skin tone, your skin texture, and just the general way you feel.
Also, a lot of people don't realise that 60% of what you put on your skin is absorbed into your body.
Oh yeah, the pores of your body are like tiny little mouths, and they just absorb everything. When I ask people, when I do my dowsing testing with a pendulum for health problems, and it comes up that somebody has got fluoride within their body causing bone issues, they'll say, well, I don't drink tap water. But I ask them, you take a shower? I sure hope so, because your body's going to absorb the fluoride that way. So yeah, the pores in your body are very, very absorbent, and they're going to take a lot of stuff in.
Well, one of the things that a lot of people don't know, and I didn't know until I was working with Jack Hare, is that the molecular structure of our blood is like 99% of the molecular structure of a hemp seed. And that hemp really is something that our body could almost just osmosis absorb.
I didn't know that fact. That's an interesting fact. So if you can absorb something that's more like your own DNA, and I've heard that hemp seed and hemp products can actually do repair to the DNA. The way the DNA works is that there's something called a histone tail within the DNA. And these little tails are like little activators for different codes within your body. So let's say a cancer cell or cancer gene will attach onto these. It could enact a cancer code. Now there's certain things that will clean off this DNA tail. Hemp, because of its enzymatic actions, will actually cleanse this area of the DNA so that your DNA now doesn't replicate with these foreign objects within your DNA. So it'll improve your health at the DNA level, it'll work at the cell level, and it'll just go right into where it needs to go and add nutrients and help your body to heal itself.
Yeah, all that and more. When you see the actual breakdown of hemp seed and the nutritional value of it, it's quite amazing. And as well, we're arriving at a time now where the fish oil, which is extracted from basically the liver, is so polluted with toxins that it's not really contains much health benefit because of the toxins that are in it. And also, again, we're losing. I live in a fishing village. There's not much fish left. So for the fishing industry to use fish to extract an oil from, which is one, not particularly good anymore, and two, of course, we have an abundance of hemp seed everywhere, which is not amazing, because, how about people who don't live near the sea? How do they really get omega-3s unless it's transported and packaged when they can grow good quality omega-3 and 6 and 9 and all the proteins and all the vitamins, a complete food source, basically in their backyard?
Now,
it's a no-brainer.
my biggest problem with hemp foods is I've got to be honest about this. I think they have a nasty taste oftentimes when you get hemp milk or, and you get a hemp cake or a hemp cupcake. Oftentimes it tastes like somebody's backyard. How do we overcompensate for that?
Then you've never tasted good ones. You've never made. There is gourmet. I had a friend of mine who was a gourmet chef that could make a hemp burger. You could give it to a third-generation beef farmer, and he would say, that is delicious. It's all in the chefing. Richard Rose made some astounding foods back in the day.
When it comes to anything that's organic or anything that's natural, the tastes are so strong that to us they don't taste good because we're used to eating stuff that's been blanded down. The farmed beef, the farmed vegetables, everything just doesn't have the color, the nutrients, and the flavor that something. If you grow tomatoes in your own backyard, and you pick that tomato, it's going to be big and red and full of flavor and juice. You go buy a tomato that's in the store, it's going to taste like cardboard. There's going to be no color and juice to it. So I think our taste buds and our knowledge of food has just been so watered down that when you do get something that is tasting that big and that fresh, to us it tastes bad. It's just like a young child. Anything too strong in flavor, they're not going to like. So when the flavor is there, the real flavor, we tend to look at it as an off flavor. Take organic chicken. If you eat chicken that's 100% organic, no hormones, no byproducts or anything, that is the true taste of chicken, and it's got a stronger, different flavor than your normal chicken that's farmed in these big chicken barns.
Of course, for someone like myself, it's total reverse. When I eat processed or unnatural food, it tastes disgusting. I can only eat basically homegrown food because that's where my tastes are at.
For many people who have tried to switch to organic, the organic is just too much for them, and you gotta ease into it, because the extra enzymes and all the nutrients that are there are going to trigger things within your body that haven't been activated for quite a while. Your digestive system is going to start working differently because your body now has the enzymes to digest the food. So now your body's bacteria level is going to change to a different balance. So a lot of things are going to happen. Your body's pH is going to change, and it's going to be a bit of a healing crisis for your body because all these changes going on are almost a shock to the system. So you almost have to ease into it when you go to organic like that.
I've had a handful of people who've become vegetarians who've said pretty much the same thing. Like your body almost goes into shock.
Yeah. It's mainly again because a lot of the processed food contains so much sugar and salt and other chemical additives that you are going into shock because it's almost like a drugs withdrawal.
It is.
It's a drug withdrawal.
Well, sugar is a drug.
Oh, the terrible drug, awful drug, foul drug.
Now, are you involved in making the product, distributing the product, overseeing it?
What I do is I recommend the product. There's so many places that sell it that for me to carry it just doesn't make a lot of sense in my clinic. And so when people come in and we're working on health problems, if they need that certain nutrition within a protein powder or hemp seed, a superfood, or the oil, that's what I'll recommend is that they source, from any health food store almost in the city, and they can source this and find it. You can find it anywhere in North America. It's so readily available.
Okay, now I also know that when I go into a health food store or when I go into a store where there's a variety of vegetables and fruits, and I'm trying to take a holistic approach to my health, there are different types of fruits and vegetables that do different types of things for my system. Now, is that are you finding this to be true with different types of foods and different types of hemp products to help people with different types of ailments?
Yeah, of course. There's something for everything. So, if your body has a protein deficiency, you're losing muscle mass. If you're losing brain mass, different types of things like that, then of course you're going to want to use specific things. If your body just needs pure nutrition, well, then the hemp seed is going to be incredible because it's a superfood. It's got everything in it. If you're having problems with your memory and headaches, tiredness, well, then you're going to want to use some omega-3 oils to help with your brain. So everything has its own specificity with what you need for a specific health problem. And when I use my pendulum and ask what this person needs for their health problem, it'll come up, one of these products, or all of them for that matter, and then that's what the person uses.
All right.
Do you find many people are devoid of omega-3s?
Oh, so many people are. It's almost an epidemic in a lot of ways. It's almost a bit of an epidemic because number one, how many people really are diligent with taking a supplement for an omega? If you're going to take a supplement for everything you need, you're going to be taking supplements all day long. So a lot of people will have the intent to start up and be diligent with it, but then of course it falls off really, really quick, and that's when I do my healing work, I like to use energy with my pyramids and that type of thing to help with a health problem. Just because of that one issue, people just don't stay on it. So there's a deficiency that way. You look at the food nowadays. If you're not eating organic and if you're not eating the right things all the time, you're not getting those nutrients. If you're eating things like guacamole, if you're eating all these good superfoods, then you're getting all these nutrients. If you're eating off the shelf, good luck with your health because you're just throwing it all to the wind. So deficiencies are definitely there, and deficiencies in everything for that matter.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people are deficient in salt.
Salt.
Yeah, good
salt.
sea salt. If you take a good sea salt, you're not going to have low heart rate. You're not going to have palpitations. You're not going to have dizziness. All these things that come along with deficiency. So, you know what? If you have any kind of health problem, you go on the internet, you find some really good, reputable sites, and you look at the deficiency symptoms of certain things. And it'll be eye-opening as to how many different deficiencies can cause the same symptom.
I don't know about you, but when I cultivate my clones, I want to give each and every one the best chance to grow into a mature, healthy plant. But after a few cloning cycles, I experienced decreased root density, slimy stems, or even worse, no roots at all. Growers know that reusing cloning collars results in failed clones. And cleaning cloning collars between grow cycles requires extra work and decreases root density. That's why I use PermaClone. PermaClone collars have been engineered to prevent failed clones by providing heat sterilizable collars which fit easy clone, turbo clone, or power cloner systems. PermaClone collars can be dry heat sterilized, pressure cooked, or autoclaved to completely kill all bacteria and fungi without harsh chemicals. Start cloning with confidence today and visit us at permaclone.com. Put in the code T for Hemp with your order and receive a 10% discount on your purchase.
At Chris Kaler Holistic, we demonstrate real healing and real caring to your health issues and needs. Our solution for you is an alternative to the alternative. Our out-of-the-box treatment methods are aimed to your specific well-being and are quite different than most. Venturing down the realm of quantum energy healing, Chris uses unique modalities of healing, such as spiritual intervention with pendulum dowsing, sacred geometry tools such as the neutralization, divinity, and sun ring. Another tool Chris uses is a 5-tiered pyramid affectionately known as the Silver Light Pyramid to activate quantum activity within the body. Also, Chris Kaler Holistic uses radionic technologies in various platforms with specific liquid mineral ionics to balance out excesses and deficiencies within the body. At Chris Kaler Holistic, our goal is to get tangible and measurable results in the least amount of time possible so you can carry on with what's important in your life. Another advantage to this unique energy healing is that it can be done at a distance healing session. So location is not a barrier and can be done conveniently at your home, office, just about anywhere through Skype or telephone conferencing. Eliminate costly protocols, expensive monthly supplements, high-priced allopathic operations, invasive surgeries, and dubious medication applications that keep you trapped in a financial and health rat race. Get a specific, customized, out-of-the-box solution tailored for your health recovery. At Chris Kaler Holistic, we are warm welcoming and want to put you at ease with your visit to us. Please visit www.chriskaler.net for further information as we welcome your questions and inquiries to starting this unique journey. At Chris Kaler Holistic, we want to show you that we are the alternative to the alternative and the out-of-the-box solution to customize an answer for you to spend less and gain more in your high vibrancy journey. Visit www.chriskaler.net. Real healing and real caring to your health needs.
Education and information. See what all the buzz is all about. It's time for hemp. It's time for hemp.
Tell them below with herb. A natural plant, what them call it, ganja. Ask Babylon this. Why them a fight the herb? When the crack and the coke destroy the world. Why them a fight the herb? When the crack a kill we boys and girls. Why them a fight the herb? When the crack and the coke destroy the world. Why them a fight the herb? No do no wrong, say it not do no hurt. Yo, me blaze it up, me wake up before me go asleep. Who a fight with ganja? Them must get defeat. Jitma give me the purple skank, you know say that's sweet. Smoke it and be wise. We not.
Thank you for taking time for hemp. I'm your host, Casper Leach. You are listening to the live broadcast of Time for Hemp all around the world at timeforhemp.com. Tumblr, SoundCloud, iTunes, and of course on iHeart Radio. It is Tuesday, and on Tuesdays we like to celebrate all the amazing people up in Canada. And I want to say thank you to KDK Distributors and Head Shop Canada for giving us a grant to keep us loud, proud, and strong. And we've also got a program that is broadcast out of Canada every Monday and Wednesday here on the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network. Al Graham turns up the heat on the Canadian politicians with some of his amazing guests. And we're also going to be starting another couple more shows out of Canada these next couple of weeks. So let your friends know that we here at the Time for Hemp Global Broadcasting Network are a growing team of people. My host today, Steve Danks, also has a program on the network right after mine called Hemp Works. He and I are having a groovy conversation, and I'm working hard to bring that word back, a groovy conversation with Chris Keller. But if people want to get involved in getting hemp foods distributed into their neck of the woods, how do they do that? Do they call up the grocers? Do they send letters to the editor? What?
There's a lot of distributors out there that handle the product. You can go anywhere online and find it. Most of my clients that come to my office, that they'll just order it online. It's so easy to find because it's not regulated. Of course, it's a food, so you can buy it anywhere. So don't worry about trying to find it in a store anywhere unless it's a convenient store for you and you know it's there. Order it online. Everybody else is.
It's good food. There's some great foods out there. Chris, actually, have you ever had the privilege of tasting fresh pressed hemp seeds straight off the press?
No, I haven't.
Oh no, God, it's like cream. When it's freshly pressed, the first press, cold pressed organic hemp seed, when it comes out, oh my God, you've never tasted anything like it. It's just like. It's amazing. It's amazing stuff.
What I like about the hemp oil is that it doesn't leave that heaviness so much in your stomach like fish oils will, and another oil. It assimilates a lot easier into the gut, so then you sit on top and you don't get that burping, and it's not as bad as the other oils that you would think of.
Yeah. And it is a good oil. I mean, I'm lucky. I mean, England's not very big on oils, but obviously Europe, France and Italy and Spain, they love their oils. And I know that there is quite a big market in those countries now for hemp seed oil. It's becoming very popular, along with their very fine olive oils.
It's right along the same lines as olive oils. Like olive oils, you can get so many different flavors made, and there are companies that are starting to take hemp oil and do the same thing, and the flavors are actually pretty darn good. So you shop around and look for the right thing, you'll find it, and you'll try it, and you'll like it.
Yep. In fact, each hemp seed region produces a different type of hemp seed oil. Like you get olive. Greek olive oil is different to Italian olive oil, is different to Palestinian olive oil. It's the same with hemp. It depends on the land it's grown on.
Right.
Yeah. We actually went to a competition in France a few years back, and we took our hemp oil over there. And we had some French hemp oil and some German hemp oil, and it was lovely. There was, I think, nearly 10 different hemp seed oils in the competition. And they were all so vastly different. Yeah? It was in France we went to, and of course it was a French one that won it from the local region, but I think it's because what he done, he was actually clever, he pressed it on the day, so he had the advantage over us, and I must admit, his one was remarkably good.
Have a shot of hemp oil.
Yeah man, beautiful, as I say, when it's fresh. I can foresee the day in the not too distant future where you will go to the shop and they will be able to press it there then and there for you, because it's only a small pressing machine. Or you'll be able to go down to your local olive grove and possibly buy olive oil, and they will have a crop of hemp seed oil too. Why not? That's where it will be.
Well, use the whole plant. I mean, ultimately, God put that plant on the planet for us to use in its all natural form. Yeah. Whatever way you use everything, that's just a bonus for your health, for your life, and that's what it's here for.
Of course. Well, it would be a bit silly to have put it here otherwise, wouldn't it?
Exactly.
And I don't think the human race would have got to this stage without it. I don't think if we hadn't have had hemp, how would we have sold? How would we have done what we would have worn? What would we have lit our lamps with? What would we have built with? What would we have... hemp was everywhere and it's in every culture, so...
The more you turn around and look at things, you're always seeing about different things that are built with hemp, that are like car parts. They're making pressing out of the hemp stock, and they're using it, clothing, you name it. And I'm preaching to the choir, of course, but for myself, I'm just noticing more and more that the usefulness of the plant itself is incredible. Build a house out of it. Take your pick.
Take your pick, exactly. In fact, I think there's a good question that always crops up nowadays, is what will it not replace?
You can make paper out of it.
Very better paper than trefoil paper.
You've got different products that you have to open people's minds to, but also the work I do to help get the word across when I'm doing I do energy healing, I do pendulum work, so I can find basically the root cause of any health problem. So ultimately, I work to strive to get people off of all the medications. Getting people to open their minds to the whole world that hemp can do something good for your health. I have the same issues with the energy work that I do, and that an alternative form of working with health problems can benefit you. So when you're doing two different things, trying to get people to open their mind, it is a little difficult, but more and more people are waking up to the idea that alternatives, that all these different new methods are actually doing something good for your health. Steve said he was a cancer survivor because of his diet of incorporating hemp products within it. So more and more people are becoming more awake to that fact and getting away from the pharmaceutical way of doing things. So with the work that I do, when I use my pendulum and work intuitively with my guides to find out what the health problem is, and with the energy tools that I use, I'm able to do that, and it's very successful. I do this work over Skype, I do it over the telephone. I've got clients all over the world, basically, Kuwait, Australia, Germany, Europe, everywhere. Lots of people in the States, especially California, are really tuned into the alternative way that I do my work to help with a health problem.
And a lot of people don't seem to appreciate how quickly consuming hemp just by itself can change the health of your body. I know there's a lot of times when I've gone on a vegetable diet or a vegetable and fruit diet or whatever, but when I start adding hemp to my, there's a hemp oil that I like to my diet, I start feeling better almost within 24 to 48 hours.
Yeah, the detoxification from hemp oil can be very beneficial in a lot of ways with your digestive system, especially cleaning out the liver and the gallbladder to aid in digestion. So just by taking the hemp oil alone, you're doing your body a great favor by detoxifying.
Now, if people want to get this fantastic food and start adding it to their diets, I'm sure a few outlets they can go to, a few RLs you might recommend, sort of say.
Yeah, definitely check out a company called Manitoba Harvest. That's the province that I live in. Manitoba Harvest is one of the biggest up-and-coming companies that is distributing hemp products all over the world. They're very well known for their pure way of processing and very organic mindset for the whole process. So check out Manitoba Harvest on the internet, and I think you'll be quite impressed with their philosophies.
And are there any events that you want to put a spotlight on, or any special organizations that you think people should be aware of?
The only thing coming up with me is the Mind, Body, Spirit show in Winnipeg, Canada. That's a trade show that I participate in. Other than that, I'm just going to promote myself and my work. So if you're interested in learning a bit more about the alternative ways of healing that I do, I've got about 100 different videos on YouTube different interviews and small short videos that explain my philosophies on things, and you can get a feel for the work that I do, and also some demonstrations. You can also check out my website at chriskeehler.net. That's CHRISKEHLER.net. If you want to book an appointment, my appointments are only $55 a session, and they last an hour, and we actually do quite a bit of work, and you notice differences almost right away when we do an appointment. So it doesn't matter what health problem you have, anything whatsoever, we can deal with it within the system that I use. So please check it out.
Well, you also been very polite with me. I had no idea that I was mispronouncing your last name. I thought it was pronounced Keller, not Kaler.
Oh, I've been called worse by better. Don't worry about it.
So again, thank you so much for being part of our show today.